Hey guys, I'm Angela and welcome back to Hobby Night. This week in Warhammer news, we have the potential existence of new Ork Boyz leaked that are not the Beast Snaggas, as well as a host of Age of Sigmar 3rd Edition rules to talk about, so let's go ahead and get to it. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the biggest news this week, which is all of the rules that they've been previewing for Age of Sigmar 3rd Edition. And there have been a lot. There have been a slew of command abilities that they've been previewing. We're going to be getting more command points, and second players are going to have more of those at the start of their turn. They even have talked about how matched play rules are going to work with building your armies and everything like that. And there are some interesting complexities happening there because as somebody, let me preface something real quick with this, because I work in a game store, and one of the things that I thought was really cool about 2nd edition Age of Sigmar, as well as 8th edition 40k, was the fact that both of them were geared to be very introductory. It was very easy for new players to jump into those games because they were a little bit more simple than what we are seeing from the rules for Age of Sigmar 3rd edition. And as somebody who has not played any Age of Sigmar and was looking to get into 3rd edition, the rules that they've been previewing have me slightly concerned that it's going to be a little bit more complex than people who are new are going to want to jump into. There is a lot of things going into building your armies, and I know that these particular rules are specifically for match play, but I have played Warhammer 40k in enough states, in enough areas and everything like that, to know that most FLGSs, when they are playing, sort of base their rule set on match play rules. That's how I learned the game originally, was on match play rules. That's how the store that I play in tends to play their tournaments as well as their casual play. A lot of them tend to go with that rule set because it's just what everybody knows and what most people talk about when you go to battle reports and stuff like that. So my concern is that it's getting a little bit more complex than, say, newbies are really going to want to get into, and that is such a shame because I felt like Games Workshop had done a really exceptional job with especially 9th edition 40k, because I don't have, like I said, I didn't play Sigmar, I've not played it at all, so I don't know exactly how easy 2nd edition was to get into, but I know for 8th edition 40k, the rules were super, super easy. You could show a mother who would come into the store with their kid who was interested in 40k and go, here's what you have to do to get started, here's the starter set, and they could look at it and go, okay, well, this might be a little complex, it's approachable. And now I feel like we're getting out of that approachability range, and I'm mildly concerned about it. So let me know what you guys are feeling about it down in the comments. I have mixed feelings. Like I said, I'm still definitely going to probably pick up the Dominion box because I want those models, and I think they're going to be really fun to paint and everything like that. And I am still going to check out the full rules for Age of Sigmar 3rd edition. I really do have some concerns. So tell me what your thoughts are down in the comments below, and let's go ahead and take a look at some 40k news. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. If you're new here and you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications. And if you've enjoyed this video specifically or hated it, let me know down in the comments and go ahead and hit the like or dislike button. But I also wanted to talk today about my Patreon, where if you want to see behind the scenes content, including photos and vlogs, as well as an opportunity to help contribute to a brand new series that will be happening on the channel sometime soon, where I am going to be building a brand new army, and my patrons are going to have an opportunity to help me choose which army, what colors to pick, and various other things to vote on. So if you're wanting to make sure to get in on that action, go ahead and check out the Patreon link down in the description below. And I believe voting for the new series will be coming up soon, possibly at the end of July. So if you're wanting to get in on the first of all of the polls and everything and really help me pick that army, make sure to go ahead and check out the Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and now let's get back to the video. Starting with 40k, I first want to touch on the Warhammer Plus app because we got some previews of some additional images for Hammer and Bolter, which is one of the animation series that will be coming out on the Warhammer Plus app, which we'll be able to find more information out about on June 23rd. Now, I want to talk a little bit about some of these images because I thought they were pretty cool. I'm going to go over 3 in particular. And the first one is there was this Okay, so I don't know which craft world they were specifically, but there were definitely some like Eldar warriors who were laying down some cover fire with which looked like it was covering the possibly withdrawal of some Farseers. They were in some robes, so I think that might be what it is. But that looked really cool. So maybe it was a council that was escaping. They were going onto some big like Eldar transports, which looked rad. Then we had another image that was, I believe, 3 or so space wolves sitting around at a table, either having like a command meeting, maybe just sharing drinks, because they definitely were drinking. They could be sharing stories, who knows? They were definitely drinking though, which seems, you know, on point for space wolves. And that looked really cool too. And then there was even a like really stylish looking image from the Sister of Battle animation, which honestly is one of the ones that has me the most hyped. I'm actually like, I can't remember if I've said this already, so I apologize if it's a repeat. But one of the things that does have me so excited about Hammer and Bolter is the fact that it feels very Animatrix to me. And I really loved the Animatrix when it came out. I loved seeing a bunch of different storytellers come together to work on a project, all basically going for a same theme or like energy or just styling, or not styling because they all had different styles, but like they were all focusing on a specific subject, for example, but doing different animation styles and stuff like that. And this really feels reminiscent of that, but for 40K. And then I do think there's going to be some Age of Sigmar animations in there as well. But this was really kind of focusing more on some of the 40K stuff. And I just thought it was pretty cool. I'm just hoping that when they do actually give us some more information about the Warhammer Plus app, that it makes it actually worth the expected subscription service that I think it's going to be. Because right now, if it's just the animations, because of how few they have, I just don't know if it's worth it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's go ahead and talk about the leaked image of some possibly new Ork Boyz, because if you check out the back of the new Cadian box, which has been sort of leaked around, it looks like we have some new Ork Boyz coming. They're a little bit more upright. They seem to be on larger bases, and it also appears that you might be getting some left-handed shooters out of the kit, which is very, very exciting. Now, this could mean a couple of different things. One, the image could possibly be flipped. That could explain the left-handed shooters, but it doesn't look like it. Nothing else in the image that's on the back of the box seems like it's flipped over or anything like that. It also could be, like, instead of this just being a straight new Ork Boyz kit, this could just be the Beast Snaggas kit that can make generic Ork Boyz still, but they're using the foundation model of the Beast Snagga. I have no idea, but this is really cool to me. I do like the idea of seeing some new orcs. Obviously, we're getting some with the Beast Snaggas, but if we also, like, if this is in fact a separate kit, that's cool. I like seeing both sides coming out because I do like the more tribal look for the Beast Snaggas, but these guys are more classic, which is cool, just more upright. We also got some news from Forge World. We are going to be getting a model for Argol Tall, which is one of the first heretics from my understanding. I have not read his book specifically, but it was a really cool sculpt. He's like ripping a Space Marine in half, which just looks super rad. I love the amount of gore that Forge World is allowed to get into where GW can't, because they are, you know, not as purchased and everything, not as widely available, so they get away with a lot more. And my favorite thing about that model is the Space Marine just getting totally ripped in half. I do want to say very quickly about this character's name. Every time I see it, I want to call him Argyle because I keep thinking of the pattern rather than Argol, because I always forget how that word is actually spelled. So every time I see it, I'm like, Argyle? That's so weird. Why is he named after a pattern? But he's not. I am just associating things weirdly. And I have one other thing that I want to talk about in the news this week, and that is the fact that we're getting everybody's favorite Space Marine model in a large-scale toy format, much like we had for the Sister of Battles previously. We're getting a Primaris Lieutenant from the McFarlane line of toys, and right now there's only the painted version available, or going to be available because it's not out yet, and it looks okay. I have not been super impressed personally with the paint jobs on the McFarlane toys. I am, however, impressed with the quality of the sculpt for the unpainted ones, because I actually picked up one of the Sister of Battle unpainted models, actually 2 of them, and it is something that I potentially might be painting on the channel at some point in the far future, because she's a big model and I don't know how I'm going to tackle that yet, but it's something that really, really interests me to do. And speaking of the Sisters of Battle, before I wrap up this week's news video, I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that for Monday, I'm going to be painting up a brand new Paragon warsuit, and I'm super excited for it, so I hope you guys are too. Make sure to check out Monday's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this week's news episode. There's not been a huge amount of news other than the Age of Sigmar stuff, and let me know for sure what your thoughts are on that, because I know for me, I have some concerns, but I am still, like, it's a new edition. I'm always gonna get hyped when a new game is coming out, because that does open up the potential for just new opportunities and stuff, new things to play with, all that kind of thing. But the complexity does have me concerned. So let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you guys want to support this channel more, make sure to like this video or dislike it. The engagement is just good either way. Leave me a comment, of course. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want your name on the screen like these fine people here, make sure to check out the Patreon, where you can get behind the scenes content, vlogs, as well as certain tiers get to help me choose some things for painting videos. So I hope you guys check it out. I've been Angela, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.